Good afternoon. My name is Robert W. Buckingham. I'm a professor here at the University of Michigan. I have just finished a book entitled Understanding Loss and Grief for Women, and it's about how women deal with their loss and their grief and move into resolution and healing from their loss and grief. The motivation has come from my work with hospice care. I've been developing hospice programs throughout the world, and most of my research and my previous books have been on hospice care. As you know, hospice deals with bereavement issues, loss and grief issues, and so this is basically a stepping stone from the whole area of death and dying into how people can handle loss and grief in their life. My book looked at different categories of women. I looked at the traditional woman, I looked at the transitional woman, I looked at the modern woman and the postmodern woman. And each of these four groups of women will have different grief experiences, and they handle grief differently. Sometimes a woman may be raised as a traditional woman and then transitions over to a modern woman. It all depends on the nature of the woman at that time. And this is talking about the social construct of the woman herself. When you lose something in your life, whether it's a husband or it's a job or it's a child or it's a relationship, whatever happens, you have a new identity. And oftentimes it's very difficult to understand what that identity is. The first question is, who am I? The second question is, what do I want in my life? The third question is, where do I really want to go now? Because you are in transition. You're opening a new chapter to your life. This is a difficult time and an exciting time at the same time. When I work with grief counselors, most of the things I ask them to do are three things. It's the railroad crossing sign: stop, look, and listen. Those are the most important things when I train grief counselors. They must be able to understand clearly what the person in front of them is going through. Empathize, show compassion, but also help them find direction toward a healing process. I've written a textbook on global health, and I've also written 5 books on hospice care. I've written a book on hospice care for the person with AIDS, and a book on home health care. So most of my books have been in the public health medical arena, and I'm happy to say I look forward to the release of this book in the next few weeks.